Alright, so week 3 of this. It looks like I'm getting 0 accomplished in here, but like I am going to slowly. I need to get the window and stuff done, so this week I want to focus a bit on getting this cleaned up, because it is fucking nasty. Like, look at all that. But I'm also going to get this kind of cleaned up here a bit, so it's ready for another coat of primer, so I can actually prime the whole thing, and then I can, you know, do color on it, and then I can throw it on the car, which means that I'll stop getting so many funky looks, but it is what it is. So, but yeah, episode 3, week 3, you know what it is, I know what it is, 30-30 challenge. So let's hammer this out, a bit of this tonight, and then I'm going to work on some sanding on there for half an hour. And see how much I can of this I can get cleaned up, so I can maybe repair it properly. Well, semi-properly. I got to get new door panels because they're fucked, but I want expensive, like the $200 flat ones that you get from Condor Speed Shop, but I don't have that money right now, and this I'll fix with Gorilla Tape like I did my passenger side, and it's fine. Welcome back, guys. This week's ending a little bit differently because Thursday I didn't get anything done because it was kind of rainy and wasn't that nice outside, so I just didn't come out to the shop. Friday I was sick all day, so I didn't even go to work, so I didn't get anything done out here because I was just feeling like crap. Today being Saturday, and it's hopefully going to go up Sunday, I'm going to see what I can get done to make this work, but I'll explain after. Being Saturday today, I was all hyped up, ready to come out here to start working. I got out here, and I guess I left my camera on for an extended period of time because it wasn't charged. And you can probably see in the background things are a little bit different. So what I ended up doing was I took the camera back inside to charge, and I was like, well, I'm motivated to go out there and do this stuff right now, so I'm going to go out there and do this stuff right now. So I came out and I worked on some stuff. I pulled the BMW out of the shop and moved some things around. Like the hood's just shifted over there now. No big deal. When I did the primer, it did this. I don't know. And because it's raining and wet out, I was like, well, I'm not going to paint it because that moisture in the air will just with it more too. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sand it much further in and just see if that's part of the issue. I might do that later tonight or tomorrow. I might do the sanding tonight. Just see what happens. But I came out, organized this corner a bit more. I got rid of the one bin because I have a garbage bin in here now. I have the other bin over there for scrap metal stuff because I'm going to start going through that stuff this next week here. I have my jack stands over here. I've got the one jack. I can get the other jack out and put it down over here as well. These all need to go somewhere. I got the engine onto the engine stand, so it's taking up less space because it's now elevated, which also means I can start working on that, so that'll be its own separate video. These aren't the proper shelves. These are kind of just here for the time being because I wanted to see how it's going to work, make sure my measurements worked out. So I'm going to buy some 1x6 and some 1x4, some pressure treated 1x6, 1x4 to put on here, and then I will screw these in. This one's not super strong, but thankfully all I'm putting up here is going to be paint and little things like that. Down here I wanted to make sure I had the right heights for bottles and stuff. And same thing, I'll get some 1x6, I'll get an 8-foot 1x6 and an 8-foot 1x4, and I'll cut them in half, and that'll be, it's not going to be an exact science for it, but that'll be, then I'll have proper shelves that'll come out all the way, and I can have things kind of organized here. I want to figure out a better system for this corner. I need to figure out a way for like the different grinders and stuff. I'll figure something out. I might get that white cabinet that's over there, but I think it's too tall to sit on this table. To sit on this table and sit here without touching up top, and then if I do that, then all this is messed up because then these will have to move because this will move over. So it's going to be taking some measurements to check things out. I just have some of the extension cords hanging here because I was tired of having to move them off that one little wood bench I have. So did all that kind of stuff. How did I get... So I still need to do more sanding and cleaning on this door panel stuff. And I'm going to use some epoxy and seal these things together. I'm going to use like thin metal, like that thin sheet metal there to hold it together. Like where it's cracked here, it's cracked here, it's cracked here. So I'm going to use some thin metal to hold those together. And this stuff, I'm going to clean all this off and get it ready so I can attach it. It'll probably be Gorilla Tape on the back side to the door panel, and then on this side maybe some two-sided tape or something, just to kind of give it some adherence to the door panel. I did just Gorilla Tape on the passenger door to hold the pockets in, and it works because it holds it in there, but I think I might do some of the two-sided tape on this one just because it's really kind of jank and beat up, and yeah, it's so rough. But yeah, once I get this figured out for being painted, I'll move the welder back onto there. This corner is basically done. I'm going to look at getting like a little plastic thing to store like all my sandpaper and stuff underneath the table. But now that the engine stand's not under there, taking up space, I can get a little container that's got some plastic wheels and stuff to hide underneath there, and I'll put drill bits, and I can put the sandpaper that I've got, and maybe I can move my collection of wiring stuff in there too, and then that frees up some space for me. I still have to tackle a bunch of stuff on the BMW, the front pads and the diff fluid and the transmission fluid, and fix up the bumper where it's cracked there. I plan on replacing it, so I'm just going to zip tie it. I'm not going to make it look pretty. Just zip tie it, make it look kind of nice. But the other thing I want to do is I want to go through this, and I want to go through this and clean up and get rid of a bunch of stuff. Like these things here, I can use these because I need to hang up that wire. So I can use that. So that's perfect. And I might check with some friends and get some assistance when it comes time to pull all this shit down, and we'll add more lighting, and then to be able to hold the wiring up with that, with those would be really nice, because all they are is a they're basically two nails on a holder that go around a wire, like a heavy gauge wire that you would use for like in a building. So having those would be nice. So I'll keep those aside, but go through this and I'll get rid of some of these like spotlight bulbs that I'm not using. And I've got more drill bits here. I've got so many drill bits everywhere. I'll need to figure out which is like the cheaper ones, and they can be used more for like plastic and like little drilling and stuff like that, not using it for thick stuff. I'll use just my good ones for thick stuff, but I want to go through all that and clean all that stuff up and get rid of it. Look, more fucking drill bits. That's why I need to go through this stuff, because there's all kinds of stuff everywhere. But there's that, and then there's things in here that are like this that I don't even know what that is, but I'm guessing it's important. So I'll have to figure out what some of this stuff is and go through there and just throw out a bunch of garbage. And I want to put all my specialty tools, like special job tools basically, somewhere so that they're all together. Like put the tubing bender for brake line, and the heat gun, and the multimeter, and the antifreeze tester, and my caliper, and I think over there by the engine I've got my oil pressure sensor socket. So I want to put all that stuff together so it's in one spot, and I got to go through this and clean this up so that all the sockets are put away properly. And that's a big twist tie that I should hang on to, because I'll probably need it for something. But yeah, there's lots of that to do as well, clean up things and stuff. And I think this is a bag of funnels, or bag of funnel, singular. Yeah, that's just a funnel, so that can just go there. And there's just garbage in the bottom. So, but that is it for week 3. Next week, for week 4, will be more back to cleaning and stuff, tackling kind of that area, depending on what the weather does. If it stays rainy, I'll probably start tackling that area. I'm going to ignore these drawers for now because I don't have anywhere to put the stuff that's in them. But I've got empty containers that need to get rid of. I've got all this stuff I want to get rid of. This stuff some of this might get cut with the points taken off so I can put up more pegboard if I want to. Things like that. I want to go through all this. And if I need anything from there, great. If not, then it's going, because I'm not going to hang on to it because I don't need it. And some stuff will go back to living in the house. So... like I've got the discharge pipe for the pump I took and put in the house, so that can go to the house. And there's other stuff here that can go to the house. I'm keeping the pegboard pegs, but I've got so much stuff that needs to go into storage and just be moved somewhere. And I've got like cobalt lights. I don't even own a cobalt. I've never owned a cobalt. Why do I have cobalt lights? So that stuff will find a way into a dumpster or somewhere, because I'm not dealing with it here. There'll be more dump runs. There's more stuff to get rid of. I've got oil filters and a propane tank and all that. So it is coming along. This month has been... This past week I did more stuff on the BMW because I wanted to get this fixed, because I don't mind driving without the door panel, but the combination of not having a door panel and a hood is just screaming to get my ass pulled over. So, like, if they pull me over and then they see the door panel, then it's definitely getting a fix-it ticket. With just not having the hood and driving nicely... It's no big deal. It's still an issue, which is why I've kind of been working on this too. But it is what it is. So, but thanks for watching, guys. I'm probably going to do a few little things tonight, just kind of tinker a bit on the BMW. I might pull the engine out and start stripping it down. So what I might do is I might grab the other camera once it's fully charged. Bring it out, and I'll pull this up over here, and I'll flip it over. I should probably move the BMW out first, and then take this kind of towards the door and flip it over and let the rest of the coolant drain out, because there's going to be coolant in there, because there's always coolant in there. But I'll do that, and then flip it over, and then I'll record starting the teardown on the 3.2 that's going to depending on what's inside, it's either going to stay a 3.2 and just kind of get rebuilt so it's ready to take boost, like new bearings, gapping the piston ring, stuff like that. Or I do have the 4-liter crank that I can put onto it as well, so it can go either way. It really can go either way. So, but that's the plan. So, thanks for watching, guys, and like if you liked, and share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys think of it so far. I know it's slow. There's like about a build. Like this might stay a constant challenge to kind of just get myself doing something weekly and getting stuff done in the shop, because I need more than 30 days and 30 minutes a day to tackle all of this. But it did get me to this point on this side in 30 days. So it does work. So it's a 30-30 challenge, but it's going to be a 30-30 challenge, but it's going to continue being a 30-30 challenge for a few months, just because there is so much that I have to go through. And I know once this is just on the cart, so I can move it around, so get out of the way. So once I have the door panel off, I can move it over here, and then I can tackle that corner. And that corner is going to be hell, because there's stuff in behind, and there's that cabinet, and then there's a lot to do, boys and girls. So it is what it is. Again, like if you like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you're thinking about it in the comments. Let me know what you want to see in the comments. I'll leave you guys with that for this week, for week 3. That's the end of week 3. I'm going to do more stuff out here tonight, but it's not part of that. It might get recorded. It might not. Who knows? But thanks for watching. Like if you liked, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, all that wonderful, fun YouTube stuff. And I will see you guys for next week.
To say goodbye.